Hello, fellow Tech Cadre members. This is Eric Seiferman, and I'm here to quickly share with you some information that Wendy Myers and I gleaned by attending a e-learning day workshop over at the Yorktown Community School Corporation last week. Yorktown have been involved in e-learning days for the past couple of years, and they hosted this event which was attended by about 50 individuals from various school corporations who wanted to simply learn more about how to structure possible e-learning days in their school corporation. And here's essentially what we found out on that day. Now, Kelly Scholl is also going to include for you the actual Google slide show so that you can access and click on links that we've got embedded in here. Unfortunately, you won't be able to click and access them here within this video. An e-learning day, a weather-related cancellation event, to replicate that day, elementary teachers need to be thinking in terms of 5 hours of instruction and learning to make up that time, and at the secondary level we're talking about 6 hours of instruction and time. That's all included within some of the guidelines that are provided by the DOE. You can access their full list of guidelines in that link provided in that second bullet point. The biggest takeaway that Wendy and I gained by attending this event was this next point, that the e-learning day does not have to take place on the same day as the weather-related school cancellation. This was a major breakthrough for me personally as I struggled to wrap my head around what this might look like. But for instance, if we should have 10 inches of snow tonight, and if Mr. DiAgostino determined that it was in our best interest and student safety to cancel school for tomorrow, there is no real change in behavior for teachers and or students on the actual snow day. If students rolled out of bed at 11 a.m. and played video games for a couple of hours and then maybe went out and played in the snow for a couple of hours, they're probably going to do many of those exact same things on weather-related cancellation, in the Yorktown Community School Corporation, the way that they have their day structured. So again, no instruction or interaction between teacher and students is required or expected on the actual weather-related cancellation day. The e-learning days in Yorktown are typically made up 2 to 3 weeks after the fact. That gives teachers plenty of time to develop and curate appropriate digital content, and that content then replaces a day of school, which should be consistent with the teacher's natural flow of the curriculum. In other words, this is not some predetermined random packet of content or material that teachers decide upon in August and say, okay, hey, if we have a e-learning day or snow cancellation, then this will be the content that my students work on. That's not the case at all. Regular class time when school is back in session after the weather has subsided, regular class time cannot be dedicated to e-learning makeup work. Otherwise, students and teachers are essentially double dipping into the exact same amount of time and counting it for 2 days of attendance. Additional takeaways in the structure at Yorktown. Again, here's a link that you can click to right here that will describe all the expectations that were defined for the Yorktown teachers and what they were required to do, what they were expected to do as far as their digital content. There must be some element of instruction and or presentation of new material included in the e-learning day. Again, this just can't be drill and kill or some kind of virtual worksheet including some predetermined content. It should be within the natural flow of the teacher's curriculum. When you roll out your e-learning day content, make sure that you're very descriptive in the instructions that you provide for students. Students should be able to, for the most part, complete all of this work independently. Parents really do not want to spend 6 hours of their time to help their child interpret what you expect for them to do as a e-learning day makeup work. Teachers in the Yorktown Community School Corporation open up their computer labs on the Saturday. So that is so that kids that don't have access to the internet at home and can continue to work on that content. Bundles of content are rolled out on a Friday and due the following Friday. And again, as I said, the Saturday computer lab time is available for those students that need it. Teachers are expected to maintain some kind of regular office hours during that week to make themselves available to help students complete that digital e-learning day work. The grading of the e-learning day work is completely determined by the teacher. At the elementary level, of course, math and reading are emphasized within their 5 hours of instruction. Social studies and science are also available, and specials typically also have a presence within an e-learning day set of instructions and content. At the secondary schools, teachers may just simply say, hey, if a kid's got 7 periods, 50 minutes each period, that's exactly how much time we're going to expect them to complete as an e-learning day makeup work. Yorktown's entire snow day, snow problem presentation can be viewed at this particular link here. Some questions that we're going to have to address on our own, and we can certainly use Yorktown's model to help us get started. One question, of course, is when will an e-learning day take place at Mill Creek with respect to the timing of a weather-related school closing? Is it going to be the day of? Is it going to be a week later, 2 weeks later? Just exactly what's that going to look like? How are we going to accommodate students with that don't have access to the internet at home? Do we want to also consider making computer labs available either on a weekend or in evening hours? How are services and accommodations spelled out in a child's IEP replicated and provided during an e-learning day event? There is a recommended sample statement that is included in all IEPs here. And again, you'll have to access the actual Google slideshow to see that. How long should we provide students to complete their work assigned as e-learning day work? What kind of tech support can we provide to students and parents as part of the e-learning day activities and during that week in which an e-learning day bundle is available for students? How do we take attendance on an e-learning day? This is especially challenging with respect to what we call real-time state reporting of attendance, which takes place every Wednesday. I can tell you at Yorktown, the attendance for the e-learning day is actually the following Saturday following an e-learning day. In other words, following a school cancellation, the attendance is actually taken and recorded that students are in session on a Saturday. We'll have to work through that on our own end. Additional questions, we need to keep in mind that classified staff and bus drivers may lose a day of pay as a result of it conducting an e-learning day. So what opportunities can we provide for them to make up any hours that they missed that they certainly count on, like you and I, as being included within their paychecks? How does or how will an e-learning day impact a teacher's contracted day of work? This day will count as one of the student's 180 days of instructions and certainly count as one of the teacher's contract days. So what understandings and expectations need to be worked through with the MCTA? Many of these FAQs require your input. So please click on this link within the actual Google slideshow, and we've got a document created where we've started to answer some of these questions. You will be able to comment on each and every one of those questions and points that are recorded and collected, but we believe that this will be a great springboard for us to begin addressing exactly what will the structure of an e-learning day look like here at Mill Creek Community School Corporation in the 2016-17 school year.